Most MSPs think they're using AI, but what they're really doing is playing with chatbots while their operations stay broken. Hi, I'm Steve, an operational strategist with Advanced Global MSP Coaching, a team of Autotask experts. And we work exclusively with MSP owners using the Autotask software who are tired of inefficient chaos and reactive work. In this video, I'm going to show you why n8n is quietly becoming the most powerful AI platform for MSPs using the Autotest software with real world examples you can actually use. Let's start with an uncomfortable truth. AI is not artificial and it is not intelligent. It's pattern recognition, prediction, and automation. And that matters because most MSPs are trying to use AI for the wrong things. Advanced Global, we've been aware of AI for years. We use it internally, especially for researching and improving writing. We encourage our team to use it daily. But here's the problem. AI is great at general knowledge, but it's terrible at providing accurate Autotask recommendations, operational decisions, or advanced global level strategy. If you've ever used ChatGPT, how to structure an Autotask workflow or optimize PSA operations, well, you know exactly what I mean. It sounds confident, but it's wrong. Quick pause here. If you're already experiencing that frustration, hit like so YouTube shows this to more MSP owners who need to hear it. We spent months trying to use AI to generate blog content and operational material. We built AI profiles. We followed templates from the big name leaders like Darren Hardy, Don Miller, and Michael Hyatt. None of them worked. Why? Because Advanced Global is fundamentally different. Our approach to operational strategy for Autotask MSPs doesn't fit into mainstream rhetoric. And every time we used AI generated content, it dragged us right back into the same ineffective thinking that keeps MSPs stuck. That's when we realized something important. AI is not a strategy. AI is not a brain. AI is the engine if you wire it correctly. And that's where n8n comes in. n8n is not a chatbot. It's not even AI magic. It's a visual automation platform that lets you build custom workflows across systems, including Autotask. Think of n8n as the connective tissue between your PSA, your data, your communication, and your AI models without being locked into one vendor's vision. We're late to the party with n8n, and I'll admit that openly. But once we connected n8n to Autotask and SharePoint, the light bulb went on. This is where AI actually becomes useful to MSP operations. If this is already clicking for you, subscribe because this channel is going deep on operational leverage for MSP owners. Here are just a few ways we're actively exploring n8n inside Advanced Global. Automating back office processes when onboarding a new client or closing a program engagement. Updating Autotask client data from structured spreadsheets exported out of Autotask. Continuously generating test data for process validation, automating accounts payable and purchasing workflow, advanced live report data processing without manual manipulation. And honestly, the list keeps growing very fast. But what really matters is how MSPs in the field are using this today. So let me talk about a real world example. This comes from Headquarters IT, a 12-person MSP in New Zealand supporting about 300 sites. Like most MSP owners, the founder was drowning. 60 to 70% of his time was reactive work, email interruptions everywhere, strategic were constantly pushed aside. So he built something called Rangi. Rangi is a personal AI assistant layer built on n8n and deeply integrated with Autotask. In just 2 months, they built 47 active production workflows. Here's what that includes. First, an Autotask integration later. They created bidirectional sync between Autotask and their internal database, syncing near 1,000 companies and over 2,600 contacts daily. They built AI-powered ticket classifications that automatically applies the correct category, issue type, sub-issue type, and queue. And if you've ever fought Autotask taxonomy manually, you know how big that is. Second, email triage automation. Every 5 minutes, n8n processes emails, scores urgency, and identifies ticket candidates, and even sends Telegram notifications where tickets can be approved from a phone. Low priority emails, they just disappear. Actionable work stays very visible. This alone reclaimed hours per day. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. They built an AI voice agent called Hemi. Hemi answers the real support calls. For example, a guest at a hotel calls with a Wi-Fi issue. Hemi identifies the caller using Autotask contact data, checks knowledge bases, checks for existing tickets, resolves the issue, or creates a properly categorized Autotask ticket automatically. No human involved unless needed. Today, Hemi handles about 40% of the Wi-Fi calls without human intervention, 24/7. Tickets created by Hemi often have better data than the human-created tickets. Now let that sink in for a moment. If this has blown your mind just a little, drop a comment and tell me what part you actually want to implement first. Now let's be clear. This is not easy mode. Autotask API has its quirks. Some child entities require raw REST calls. Pick list mappings are painful. Rate limits matter. Voice AI has edge cases. The MSP solved it with an aggressive escalation rules and clean workflow design. The lesson here is not copy this exactly. The lesson is that n8n gives MSP owners control instead of forcing you into somebody else's idea of automation. The next phase, a dispatch agent that recommends or auto assigns resources based on technical skills, workload, and location. Syncing monitoring tools into Autotask configuration items automatically. Morning briefings that surface priorities instead of inbox chaos. The dream state is not replacing humans. It's this 30 minutes each morning reviewing AI surface priorities, approving decisions, and letting the system handle the rest. That's operational leverage. Here's the bottom line. n8n plus Autotask is one of the most powerful automation combinations available to MSPs right now. It's not hype, it's not plug and pray, but if you care about getting out of your reactive mode and actually running your business, it's worth your attention. If you want a deeper breakdown of Autotask automation, operational strategy, and how MSP owners actually scale without burning out, subscribe to this channel. And if you want help figuring out where automation fits into your business without breaking everything first, check out agmspcoaching.com. Thanks for watching. Other than that, have an awesome day.